Alec Roskens, and I'll be telling you about antibiotics in livestock and why they should be used. Antibiotics, they make our food safer. Antibiotics make our food supply safer and keep people healthier. They are critical to prevent, control, and treat diseases in animals. In doing so, they also reduce the chance of bacterial transmission from animals to humans. FDA, they are in charge of the Food and Drug Administration. They have supported antibiotics for 40 years, and they've always been a really big part of everything that's been consumed. They have approved it for 40 years, so it's obviously a good thing to use, and it keeps things going for people. And they work with vets and farmers to make things go well. Antibiotic resistance. There's some bacteria called super bacteria that can overcome the effects of antibiotics and so they can stay alive during it. A new vaccine is Draxxin, and that's been used a lot with cattle, and the FDA, CDC, USDA, and veterinarians, they all work together trying to get new antibiotics to control these new bacterias that are overcoming, so they come up with new vaccines every year to try and solve all that problem. Animal welfare, that refers to the animal's well-being. Describes how well an animal is coping with the conditions in which it lives. Animals have a good welfare if, based on a scientific evaluation, they are healthy, comfortable, well-nourished, and safe. Good welfare also refers to the absence of suffering due to distress, such as pain and fear. You can tell, in that picture, that's a really happy, healthy calf, and that's showing good animal welfare. Banning antibiotics. There's some organizations that want to ban all antibiotics, and that's the organic people and things like that, but really, in reality, you're making the animal's life a lot better, and you're making it a lot safer for the consumer because they're killing that bacteria before it gets to the plate, and that just solves a lot of problems for people. A lot less sickness, and they don't spread disease like hoof and mouth to people and all those other ones. And pink eye doesn't spread as much. You can solve the problem while there's only one or two in the pen instead of the entire pen having pink eye and then all of them becoming blind. Ensuring good animal welfare. Farmers have to work at this a lot, and they just have to make sure their cattle are clean, make sure their bunks are good, be checking cattle every day and making sure everything is right and there's no sick calves. If there's a sick calf, you make sure you go clean it, you go treat it, and make sure you give them the right amount of vaccine, keeping them healthy and safe. Then better nutrition also helps the animal. This helps with humane treatment, and it just prevents a lot of disease, and keeping an animal healthy just helps with everything to keep the whole circle going. But is there any questions from the crowd here? Chan?
What is hoof and mouth?
It's a disease where their feet and their mouth, it gets sores all over it, and people can get it. It's called foot and mouth with people, and it gets spread throughout really bad, and it's not a good disease. So.
Does it spread from cow to person?
It typically doesn't, but it's possible that it could.
So can we eat them?
You would not want to eat a cow that has hoof and mouth. You'd definitely want to euthanize that animal if it's going to the slaughterhouse. Otherwise, try and treat it before then. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.